Tonight, this very night, we are bringing to you the 70s. In fact, we are broadcasting live, narrowcasting, live from the 1970s. As you can tell by this bizarre display of lights behind me and the general ambiance and feel of the whole thing. Let me just scroll back up so I can see who's coming. I'll tell you what we're discovering, aren't we, David? That as we move back in time, songs are getting more complex, as if we're slowly moving back to 1690 to some of Bach's more complex numbers. The 2010s are pretty straightforward. I mean, they're a bit high. But then I'm finding this increasingly as we go through, things are actually getting higher as well, I think, if anything. The songs are getting trickier, and plus, I think people know more of these songs, so we're being inundated with suggestions, and we have tried them all. Things like In the Summertime, Mungo Jerry. Crocodile Rock by Elton John. Various things that I forgot the name of. No, I can't even recall most of the names. But we have settled on a mere 10. In fact, to be honest, we settled on 9 plus one that I wrote. This smoke is already killing me. Let me just justify the first song of this evening. It is a piece that I wrote, and yes, I was only 3 when the 70s came to an end. But this particular song was written. This is when I was back at university, and Jules and I used to hang around a lot and listen to music and drink real ales. Two things I didn't really do before university. All right, I listened to music, but just classical stuff, and probably drank Foster's or something disgusting. But Jules introduced me to the real ales and also to the music of the post-1897s, which is about my limit for listening. And one of the bands that we listened to was Genesis, early Genesis. And so I wrote a song that was kind of like a nod to that. I won't say it's pastiche or even trying to emulate that, because this is not really like it at all. But I've kind of crowbarred it into this set because A, I wrote it, and B, it's sort of 1970s Genesis-ish. If you like 1970s Genesis, you listen to them a lot, just forget everything you've heard. If you've never heard Genesis, early Genesis before, then this is exactly like that. It's exactly like, say, the album Foxtrot or something. But there's loads of these sorts of experimental bands that were happening in the 70s, things like Yes and Genesis. Oh, I already said Genesis. King Crimson, Rush, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, all those sorts of things, Camel, stuff like that. But Genesis remains the best out of that set. So that's the first one. It's called The Lost, and I'll be playing that for Jules himself, who is possibly here. You know if he's here, because half of the comments will be made by Jules. Right, who else? Oh, then we're playing a classic 70s track called Rockin' All Over the World by Status Quo. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but that's a very popular 70s song. I'm playing this one for my dad. John, who is miles and miles and miles away. I haven't seen him today because he doesn't live near here. And I haven't even spoken to him today. And if you are there, Dad, Happy Father's Day. Does that let me off having sent a card? Oh, I forgot all that. But I'm going to be playing that for my dad because it is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And we've got most of the songs this evening are for dads. So I thought I'd make that a kind of a thing. Okay, so we're starting off with The Lost, one that I wrote, and then Rockin' All Over the World for Dad. Here we go. I just said a lot of words, didn't I? Blimey. You ready, David? Yep. We are the legends of the tales of old. We are the way things used to be. We are the truth behind the lies. We are the words between the lines. We are the lost, no longer seen. We are of the things that came before us. We are of the things to be. We are the words that you don't know. We are the places you don't go. We are the lost, no longer seen. There is no place for us in this world that you have here. For we cannot survive in a world of change and fear. There is a place for us, a paradise untouchable by man. Here we will spend our days and be remembered if we can. We'll take you there, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll take you there, yeah, yeah, yeah. The promised land. Here we will make our homes in our final resting place. These are our playing fields where we shall end the race. We'll take you there, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll take you there, yeah, yeah, yeah. The promised land. We'll take you there, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll take you there, yeah, yeah, yeah. The promised land. We are the legends and the tales of old. We are the way things used to be. We are the truth behind the lies. We are the words between the lines. We are the last no longer seen. We are other things that came before us. We are other things to be. We are the world that you don't know. We are the places you don't go. We are the last no longer seen. And that was that one. Here we are and here we are and here we go. Far above, now we're hitting the road. Here we go. Oh, rocking all over the world. Giddy up and get away. We're going crazy and we're going today. Here we go. Oh, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la 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 like it, la 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 like it. We go. Oh, rocking all over the world. I'm gonna tell you, mama, what you gonna do. Come on out with your dancing shoes. Here we go. Oh, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la 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 like it, la 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 like it. We go. Oh, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la 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 like it, la 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 like it. We go. Oh, rocking all over the world. And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, la 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 like it, la 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 like it. We go. Oh, rocking all over the world. Well, I mean, some of that was even together. Imagine that. Well, just kind of stamp your way through it and do that. They had a weird dance, didn't they? Like a kind of this sort of thing. Yeah. Right, that's those songs done anyway. Oh, it is, yeah. Do you want to open the door out there for us? It's hot. Good evening, people. Good evening, Lucinda. Good evening, Pete and Craig. Good evening, Richard, Marilyn, Darren, Grace and Izzy. 1, 2, 3, 5 is acceptable, isn't it? Yes. And the Coolix. What's your Coolix? Richard and Jen. Joel and his parents. Gary and Jenny. Good stuff. Vocals are a bit too loud in the mix, says Joel. I think I think that might be solved by the rest of this set, which is all super high and bits that I'm just kind of trying to avoid singing. But David's wandered off to have a look at it. Right. So, talking about high stuff. Now, these songs are a lot of these songs have been. Now, we had some suggestions for Bee Gees numbers, and I had a little look at Night Fever, a little look at Staying Alive, Tragedy. Those guys, there's something not right about them, isn't there? How are they even capable of singing that? They're bearded with their long hair, looking quite manly, and then this kind of squeaky screech sort of comes out of them. So we ditched them. However, the next song is genuinely too high. In fact, it got to the point where because I was screeching a lot and David was mocking me, going like this in the background. I've ditched that bit. So this is for Mother, Dad, Richard, who was there sitting with those 4 other people, and. Happy Father's Day to you also. And this is Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And you know the bit where it goes really, really high? Well, I won't be doing that, but you're very welcome to do it at home and do plenty of screeching and sounding like morons, basically. The other one is, this is the only one that's not for a dad. This is for Anne-Marie, the nutty director, who was requested this because 'tis her birthday. And I thought, well, we could probably let one sneak its way in. This is Nobody Does It Better by Carly Simon. And just to kind of say, I haven't listened to the song all the way to the end properly. We just quickly listened to it, didn't we? And thought, it'll be all right. So I'm not sure how that's going to end, but it'll probably end with us stopping. I guess that'll be the cue that it's finished. I need to set up some bits just to make sure everything's ready. Bit of that up there. What we got down here? Piano 1, just piano. Piano 1, no chorus, bit of reverb. Okay. Turn the strings down a bit. Okay, let us know if the thing is still too loud in the mix. Hopefully, David has solved that by switching my vocal off. That would be probably best for the next song. Okay, so we've got Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. This one's for Richard. And then we've got Nobody Does It Better for Anne-Marie, in that order. Just in case you don't recognise either of them.
When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up for you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. Brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't count me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow. Back to the hurry, no down in the woods, hunting the honeyback toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. What do you think you'll do then? I bet they shoot down the plane. I'll take you a couple of vodka and tonics to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tips feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. I wasn't looking, but somehow you found me really low. I tried to hide from your love light, not heaven above me. The spy who loved me is keeping all my secrets safe tonight. And nobody does it better. Though sometimes I wish someone would. Nobody does it quite the way you do. Why'd you have to be so good? And when you hold me, whatever the words are, wherever you hold me, there's some kind of magic inside you that keeps me from running, but just keep it coming. And how'd you learn to do the things you do? And nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, baby, you're the best. Baby, you're the best. Baby, you're the best. Last one. Baby, you're the best.
Well, who says Carly Simon songs can't be sung by a man? Not this man, obviously, but that was. It sounded. I'll tell you what it sounded like. While I was trying to find a pitch there, it sounded like when you get those really drunk guys go up to try the karaoke. It sounded exactly like that. So apologies if that's the memories. But I mean, you know, we're stuck in lockdown. We don't get the opportunity of going to karaoke, so you get to hear a little bit of this poor man's karaoke that David and I put on. That's nice, isn't it? So that was two songs. I've forgotten even what they're called. Forget they ever exist. And thank goodness they're out of the way. Yeah, do you like this little camera setup we got for David here? It's basically so that we can see that he's actually playing and not just pretending as he goes along there. What's it not making any sound? Oh, he's turned it down. Okay, he's just drumming into himself in the background. I mean, you know. Right, who is looking forward to Heart of Gold, says Mike. Yes, all right, jeepers. I think we're doing it, Mike. Who's Timid Human? Yo, Timid Human. Yo. Or is it you're talking about a yo? I don't know. You can change your nickname if you do a right-hand click on your face. Do change nickname, and then you can change your name. If you look on a mobile device, I have no idea how to do that. Talking about looking forward to Heart of Gold, that is actually our next song. Well predicted there, Mike. This one's for Mike, who is a father of 3. Happy Father's Day, Mike. Did I say Happy Father's Day to Jules? Happy Father's Day, Jules. Happy Father's Day, Anne-Marie, as well, who's not a dad, but, you know. So we've got Neil Young, Heart of Gold. I have to confess to this one as well, Mike. I haven't listened to it. I didn't realise there was an ending to this. So we kind of made it up. So we'll see if that makes any sense. Also, there's a lovely harmonica bit at the beginning, and I can't play harmonica, so we haven't got that. But as always, you'll find that there's things missing, and it's all the other instruments. That's what's missing. And following that, we have for Nick, who is a father of... Actually, no, I don't know how many... I think I know he's got a daughter. But there we go. I don't know. So we were playing Lola for him. Lola by the Kinks. And do you know what? I once upon a time met Ray Davies, the man himself, the legend. And we'll undoubtedly have more Kinks next time when we get into the 60s. I met him at a gig he was doing because he had to chat with a friend of mine. And he came down. My friend introduced me, and I was going to be, yeah, right, Ray, how's it going, mate? Give him a high five or something. And he held out his hand, and I shook it. And I went, "You're really good." You know, like some imbecile child or something. He just looked at me like that. I just turned away and didn't look back at me again. I saw him again then a few months later at a club in London, and I couldn't even meet his eye. Okay, so we've got Lola by the Kinks there, which is going to be good. I'll watch you, Dave. And it's Will's in there. Watch you, buddy. Let's see. So that's the next two songs. I've got to get guitar sorted, so just give us a minute. I forgot there were guitar songs. That working? Oh, I'm just going to tune. So just talk amongst yourselves for a moment, won't you? So, I don't know, in that chat or something. Oh, for goodness sake! I've forgotten how this tuner works. That's it. Dave will entertain you with his drumming. Okay, good. Well, it reminded me of that film. Do you remember that film about drumming we saw? I can't remember what it's called because it's immediately forgettable. Whiplash, that was it, yeah. Okay, so we've got Neil Young, Heart of Gold, in case you've forgotten. This one's for Mike. And then we've got Lola by the Kinks for Nick, in that order. Did I mention I've met Ray Davies? Oh, no, that's not it. It's this song.
I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. That keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I've crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. That keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Searching for and I'm growing old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I'm getting old. Something along those lines, but I'm sure Mike probably plays it better than that. I met her in a club down in Old Soho, where you drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola. C-O-L-A, cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her name, and in a dark brown voice she said, Lola, hello, hello, la 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 Lola. Well, I'm not the world's most physical guy. Squeezed me tight, she nearly broke my spine. But smoke in my lungs, hello, hello, well, I'm not dumb, but I can understand why she walked like a woman and talked like a man. I'm a Lola, hello, hello, la 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 Lola. Well, we drank champagne and danced all night under electric candlelight. She picked me up and sat me on her knee and said, dear boy, won't you come on with me? Well, I'm not the world's most passionate guy, but when I looked in her eye, well, I almost fell for my Lola. Hello, hello, la 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 Lola. Lola, hello, hello, la 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 Lola. That's the way that I wanted to stay, and I always wanted to be that way for my Lola. Hello, hello, Lola. Well, girls will be boys and boys will be girls. It's a mixed up, muddled up, shook up world set for Lola. Hello, la la Lola. Well, I left home just a week before. I never ever kissed a woman before. Lola smiled and took me by the hand and said, dear boy, I'm gonna make you a man. Well, I'm not the world's most masculine man, but I know what I am, and I'm glad I'm a man, and so is Lola. Hello, hello, la 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 Lola. Ba 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 ba. Lola. La 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 Lola, la 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 Lola, ba 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 ba. Last one, Lola. Hello, hello, la 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 Lola, ba 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 ba.
Well, I missed out the middle bit because I made a mistake of looking at the laser. And my right eye decided, you don't need to see anymore. I'm trying to focus on it. So all the chords were a bit messy, but at least I didn't sing any of the words and make myself look like a fool. So that was Heart of Gold. Stop looking at the laser! that was Neil Young, Heart of Gold, followed by Lola of the Kinks, and that was for Mike and for Nick. Happy Father's Day, chaps. I was wondering, now that we've been in lockdown for 175,000 weeks, I was wondering what people kind of been doing during this time. If you've been, I don't know, if you've been building extensions or learning a new trade or what you've been up to, or just sitting watching the telly all day. I thought I'd tell you about what I've been doing all this time. I have been learning to play. I just happen to have it over here. Look, I've been learning to play this. That there. It's not just any violin. This is, let me get it so you can see it. This is the Irish fiddle. You can tell it's an Irish fiddle by the things that I try and play on it. So I took this up at the start of just before lockdown, and it's going acceptably. Like everyone who learns an instrument, I thought, be easy enough. I can play this thing and that thing, and it's just like a cello but smaller. You put it on your neck. You don't do that with a cello because of the spike. And I thought, it should be well easy. Yeah, it's not. It's not well easy. But what I will do while you're write down in there what you've been up to, just so that I can tell everyone what you've been up to. And I'm going to play you one little tune. Would you like me to play you a tune? Yes. Oh, all right. Gee, calm down. Okay. No, don't. Can you hear that? If I put it near here, does this work? Ta-da! So that's a little ditty called the Swallowtail Jig. Apologies if that was scratchy, but well, you're going to hear something even more scratchy in a minute when I try and sing "Bridge Over Troubled Water." So that's what I've been up to anyway. Just in case you're going to name that tune in 5. Is that what you've been doing? Just naming that tune in 5, just put on the radio, give it 5 seconds. If you've ever, I'll tell you who's the best at naming that tune, and that is Mr. David Day. I've never known anyone he can hear half of an opening chord and tell you what song it is. I mean, from any era, apart from maybe post-2000s, any sort of rock number. So, for example, Dave, what's this one? Huh? What's that? Yeah, that's right. It's Bridge Over Troubled Water. Well done. Which I will be playing for Simon. Simon, who might be out there somewhere. I think he's got 3 children, or maybe 5, or maybe 20. Who knows? But happy Father's Day, Simon. And yeah, not for Paul Simon. Let me just make that clear. This is for a different guy whose first name is Simon, and it being by Simon and Garfunkel, and what a ridiculous name, Garfunkel. And then we have one for Dave himself, for Mr. Day, which is Pink Floyd, "Comfortably Numb." We had to have a bit of Pink Floyd on there, and I chose that one because I played it before. But what I haven't ever done before was try and play the first of the 2 guitar solos on the piano. So I'm going to give that a whirl. You never know. That's the end of that sentence. But I won't be trying the second one. I will just be stopping, won't we, after the vocal line runs out. Let me just get this set up. Give you a proper test. What's this song? Yeah. Right, let me see. Why are my notes so rubbish? What I've written. 17, that's not it. Can't possibly be the right one. No, that's... You know what that is. Yeah. Okay, so something's gone wrong. My notes don't make any sense. So what I will do is I'll just put on some strings over the top. I don't know. I'll just put some strings on up there. And on the bottom here, piano 2 and a bit of a pad. How does that sound? Okay, let's get rid of them strings. Okay, David, are you ready? People at home, are you ready? Yeah, jump. well named in one. Right, let's look here. So, Bridge Over Troubled Water for Simon, and then Comfortably Numb for Dave.
When you're and small. When tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. I'm on your side, oh, when things get rough. And friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when the darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time to shine has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, and if you need a friend, I'm sailing right on by, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. Hello, is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on now, I hear you feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain, set you on your feet again. Relax, I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain you are receiving. a little sick. Can you stand up? I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going for the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain, you are receding. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You're only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. Trying to put my finger on it now. The child has grown, the dream has gone. I have become comfortably numb.
There you go. There's a couple of songs. What were they? That was bit of Bridge Over Troubled Water. I mean, it was average yet acceptable. Annoyingly, I played them. We got this big chords, and this one going to another diminished, and I muffed up the first of those one. Very tedious, but you know that's all part of live performance in our lockdown live stream madness. So that was Bridge Over Troubled Water for Simon and Comfortably Numb for Dave. And happy Father's Day to the pair of you with all of your many children. I think Dave's got two, but you know, Simon's got many, I think. Right. So this has basically been our. We have got two more songs just to say. We kind of decorated in our 70s style. But we'll probably have the same for our 60s style as well. Why not? Because did they have lasers even in the 60s and 70s? I don't know, really. I don't know. They certainly did in Star Wars. When was that from? I don't care. But yeah, this is kind of our set that we're slowly building up here. And so next week we're going to have the 60s. And I think we're getting close to the end of lockdown. It feels like a little bit. So I don't know what we're going to be doing after that. But something, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, we will still continue doing these. And next week, it's going to be the 1960s. So if you do have suggestions, all good, all good. Our next two are, well, the first of these two is from the greatest band, not just of the 60s and ever so sneaked slightly into the 70s, but of all time. And I'll mention that in a moment. Let's just quickly see who's here, just so I can say hi to some people. Dave, you're very welcome, my friend, very welcome. Pete G says Pink Floyd. Oh, it's a clap. Thank you. What do you think of the little solo? Was that worth trying? You know what I'd love to be able to do is to actually get someone to wander in off the street and just start playing the solo, and then they can just sod off afterwards. I think that'd be amazing. But that's unlikely to happen. So there it is. An emotional day. I'm sorry to hear that, Pete. Sorry to hear that. Obviously, it is an emotional day today. I can definitely understand that. But I hope all is good, and it's a good day to celebrate your dad, obviously, which is brilliant. Who else is here? We've got Marcus here. We've got Barbara here. Dramatic individual. I don't know. Who is that anyway? But tell me who you are. Tell me who you are immediately. Gail's here. Ed. Will's brilliant. Loads of people. And you're just in time if you've just joined us to hear two wonderful pieces from the 70s. Well, one's wonderful. The other one I actually hate. But there we go. But they are both products of the Beatles, who are the greatest band ever. I know it was nothing like David Gilmour, you're right. So the first of these, just sneaking into the 70s, it was just climbing through the charts, I think, in the 70s, is Let It Be by the Beatles. And that one is for Paul, and this is from the girls, Lauren and not Lauren. And just to say happy birthday to Lauren, by the way, whose birthday it was, I think 2 days ago. I missed that on Facebook because I don't get those notifications. They seem to come through since I've changed my phone. But, you know, it's nice to know now. And happy birthday to you for 2 days ago. And they have asked for this song. Lauren and her sister, not Lauren, has asked for this particular song for Paul, their dad. So this one's going to be for you, Paul. Happy Father's Day, but let it be Beatles. And then we've got one for Stuart, who's probably working at present, but he might listen to it later. And Stuart asked for Imagine by John Lennon. And I know there was, I was kind of avoiding this earlier because of that, that Gal Gadot, or however you say her name. She had that little thing where she tried to get some celebrities to sing it. And then it just massively blew up in their faces. I have to admit that although it's quite a pretty tune, the lyrics are just miserable drivel, aren't they? Hey. Least inspiring song ever. So that's what we're going to finish with today, just for a little inspiration to get you going. Oh, let me just scroll back up here a sec. Oh, that's what you've been doing. Making extensions, sunbathing, lazy. Take up the violin, it's brilliant. Okay, so we've got Let It Be for Paul, and then we've got Imagine by John Lennon for Stuart. And I've just realised I haven't sorted any of this stuff out. One sec. Let's hope that works. And up there. What is that? That can't be the piano I chose. I don't know if that's the sound I was after. That's for Imagine. Yeah, we'll see when we get there. If the piano sounds rubbish, it's David's fault. Right, it's okay. Here we go. A little bit of Let It Be and Imagine.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. there's only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one.
That, my friends, was the 1970s. Complete. I don't think there was anything missing that I can imagine. No, I think that was everything all sorted for the 70s. Next time, as I say, it's going to be the 60s, so do get in your requests. And I promise we will look at all of them, but we won't necessarily play all of them. How's that? I think that's fair, isn't it? Cheers, Jules. Thank you. He said it was beautiful, David. He said beautiful. I don't know who he was talking to, but, you know. I hope you enjoyed the new view of David's drums over there. Give him a little wave, David, as you're going to go off and get ready to switch off the stream. Get on with your job, kid. Go on, off you go. Off you go. Here's to the end of this lockdown soon enough. I know that we've definitely got another Sunday, but they're saying things might open up a bit on the 4th of July, so that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Don't look up though what will happen on the 4th of July, 'cause it's just Independence Day stuff that comes up. But all that's really left for me to say is thanks to all of you for being here and joining us this evening, and to those, of course, who are watching this after the event. I wish you all the very best as well. Happy Father's Day, and just a toast from me and David to all the dads out there, and to anyone who's not a dad as well. Why not? Just a toast to all of you. You wonderful people. Love and kisses from David and Finn, as always. See you next week.